Hi, my name is Lami Phillips, and this is Just Say It on NdaniTV. I realized that a lot of us African women had been somehow convinced by society that we weren't beautiful or we weren't good enough, and so we were consistently changing who we are to fit into society's perception of what beautiful is. Does that make sense? So if somebody says that this is what's in and this is what looks good, you don't even stop to think about what you feel about it, what you believe about it. You just start to adjust yourself to make somebody feel good. But who's somebody and why does somebody count? And so I feel like if God had intended for all of us to be the same, he would have done that. We would be like clones of each other. But somehow that's what I feel like we've suddenly started to look like and become. So people started using waist trainers and plastic surgery and bleaching and all these things to alter the reality of who they are. And don't get me wrong, things like that, waist trainers, makeup, all of those things are good, and I use them as well sometimes for shoots and stuff. But you have to check yourself. If, for example, you can't go out without makeup, you can't present yourself to regular people without being so packaged. And so my thing is, if you're focusing so much on the packaging and then you forget the substance, then you've dulled yourself, you've messed yourself up, because you get to a certain stage where you realize that you're wasting time. Now, if this is important for your brand, and that's what your brand is about, all well and good. But I start to ask myself, what are we leaving for the next generation? What message are we leaving about beauty and authenticity and substance of the African woman? What are we telling them? Are we telling them that you should take the shortcut and you need to look a certain way to be deemed beautiful? I think that would be the wrong message, because like I said, and like I keep saying, all African women, we are beautiful, no matter what shape, size, skin tone that you are. And the issue of colorism has been ever since the times of slave trade and stuff. And so people have different perceptions. We generally will look at a light-skinned person and without even really looking deeply, say, she's a fine girl, she's yellow. So you start to ask yourself what you're saying to the dark-skinned person. Obviously, as a dark-skinned person, it depends. Yeah, so I take offense to that. I think that when you have a black-skinned person, you have a dark-skinned person who's beautiful, you celebrate that person. And melanin, we started saying melanin popping and things like that, but most of us don't really believe in it. There are certain people who even bleach their children. They give them skin toning creams to be lighter, or they have a new baby and you go for a naming ceremony and one older woman says, yeah, meaning, oh, what a pity, this baby is dark skinned, what are we going to do? What do you want to do? The baby is beautiful. It's a baby. Let the baby live, So this is just me, Lami Phillips, just saying it and saying, you know what? I think we as women in this generation owe it to ourselves to start to celebrate who we really, really are and own it with fierceness and confidence and poise, and realize that that message that somebody gave to us about what we believed was beautiful isn't necessarily always true. You are you, and that's your superpower. So this is me, Lami Phillips, just saying it on NdaniTV. Mwah.